because confidence is another big thing. Once you're confident in the shot, you could close your eyes and hit that shot. If you're frustrated doing I missed two, and then you miss two more, you're like, what's going on? And then it's that kind of stuff, just like bad energy, it trickles down. So if a guy sees you off, a guy's like, let me go, he goes out and then misses two, then it's like, what's going on right now? Is there some omen on the team? No, it's not an omen. It's just that guys just got to collectively tune in, lock in, get job done.
What is going on, Toronto Raptor fans? Welcome back to another episode of the Raptors in Black and White. We've got Head Swag in the house.
Oh yeah. Good morning.
And yours truly, Slang, back for another week. So the Raptors, last week in our last episode, we predicted that they were going to go 2-3. I even went out on a limb and thought if Pirtle was going to play all of them, which he didn't, in my defense, that we might even go 3-0. But the Raptors, did the exact, well, not the exact opposite, but they ended up going 1-2. We beat the Miami Heat, which we seem to have their number, but lost sadly. And if anything, too, if I thought we were going to lose one, I thought we would have lost to the Heat, not Brooklyn or the Wizards.
Yep, I think there was with the spreads there, these guys were doing something for the gambling houses or something, because I didn't think Brooklyn had our number either, but it's whoever shows up to play, and they did. And um we've been living with the jump shot, and if you live with the jump shot, you're gonna die with it too. So that's another problem there. We need a guy that goes inside like Barrett and crashes where we could kick and get back into our routine. But it's a work in progress.
Yeah, no, Michael Porter Jr. And Claxton, they like pummeled us. And even there was some rookie kid, I can't remember his name now, but man, he went off on threes and devastated us. The Raptors are so frustrating sometimes to watch, where our secondary units can't seem to hit threes. And
Yep.
or unless we're playing like a decent team, sometimes we do step up, because obviously we've won some games and we have, some lucky hot streaks once in a while. But it doesn't even seem like our secondary guys are doing that, where we're playing a team like Brooklyn or the Wizards, and some dude off the bench starts like every shot, they're just open and draining them.
Yep. Well, you see what the difference is. Some guys, they want more playing time, so they're gonna shine. You know what I mean? I think sometimes that comfort zone plays a role into thing. I think guys get out there and they're just like, oh, today this is what I'm gonna give. You know what? If you're playing a mediocre team, doesn't mean you play down. Still give it to them. You know what I mean? Hey, if we could tap them out at 30 where our stars could sit, and these our bench, our second string guys could get more playing time, that should be the gizmo. But we sometime, I think we already we're not waiting till the fat lady sings. We already think we've got the game by the third or the second quarter, and then we take our foot off the pedal, and you know how that story goes with us already.
Yeah, it's a weird trend. We seem to get behind in the first quarter, then sometimes second, like we'll catch up and at halftime be close. Step on their throats. Like third quarters have been pretty solid for the Raptors all season,
That's right.
which was a problem more last year.
That's right.
But then, yeah, somehow in the fourth quarter, like we let it get away from us, and then I don't know, we just start. It's like I can almost feel like they're stressing out, and plays start falling apart. Shots stop going in.
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram's got the ball too often, and then he's his handle is not as solid as it needs to be. He needs to work on, like, there's too many turnovers and problems when he's collecting the ball. I've talked about it before. I think he might be just that he's too tall, and so his dribble just it takes so much longer to get from his hand to the ground and back,
To
that
the ground.
there's
That's
all
right.
that time that it can be stolen by smaller, quicker guys who are
From a
getting their hands in there.
smaller, quicker guy. That's you got it. You
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
also doesn't have the best move to switch. He does a bounce and then kind of turns to catch it, like almost like when you're first learning basketball and you're just trying to figure out how to do a turn, like you're kind of bouncing and then turning and catching it.
You catching
He
it.
kind
Yeah.
of does that move behind his back where he bounces it too high, I think, and then he's turning to catch it rather than like a better move through his legs or whatever. Anyway, that's just my
Whatever.
own
Yeah.
opinion. But yeah, shooting I think has been the main problem. So I wanted to talk this week about shooting. I think that I can. Let me see here if I can pull up some stats. Oops, I don't know why it always goes that way. Um, yeah, so these are the last three games this past week of the Toronto Raptors, and I mean you can see right here the volume shooting of Brandon Ingram not getting it done,
Yep.
less than 50. This is sorry, this is the game against Brooklyn Nets where we lost 96-81. Brandon
Yep.
Ingram's less than 50. Scotty Barnes, I mean, he had a brutal game here. 0 of 3 from 3-point range as well. I mean, I wish Scotty would stop putting the 3-pointers up, but and just go to the rim and dunk. Pirtle only
Thank you.
played a little bit of this game. His shooting percentage was fine, obviously 1-on-1. We should have had him in for longer. Emmanuel
Ooh,
quickly falls apart here, also
quickly,
5 of
5 for
16.
16.
Yeah, it's brutal. Ochai, okay, decent.
It was
1 of
brutal.
2 from three, but yeah, like our main core here, not getting it done. And then we don't have really
Yeah.
anyone off the bench,
Yeah.
picking up
Look at even Shed. Shed was only 1 for 7.
that. Yeah, he's usually more and 0 of 4 from three. I mean, this is not good. Overall,
Yeah.
37% from the floor and 28% from three. I mean, you're not going to win games playing like this. And then quickly
Not
here,
going
let's
to
look at the
win
other two
games.
games.
And
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, so then we
that's
got
right.
the game we actually did win against the Heat. Better stats here: 48% from the floor, 37% from three. Brandon Ingram, though, not the best. Um, I don't think he's injured or anything. Maybe he's tired. They were saying that he plays the third most minutes in the NBA.
That's right. I was just gonna say with Barrett once again out, he's been putting up a little bit more, and now it's catching up with him, man. It is definitely catching up with him. So
Yeah, and Emmanuel quickly is more reliable than this usually too. I mean, he had a brutal game here, 5 of 15. That's inconsistency is our main problem. Emmanuel quickly, 5 of 15, 1 of 8 from the 3-point range. I mean, Ochai, like he's not doing great here. 1 of 3 from three, which isn't horrible. Um, Jameson Battle, the most inconsistent player that we've got, but this guy is the one person I do cut some slack to because he's so randomly put into games that he's not like Dick or Jacoby Walter or even Cheddar Boyles, where at least these guys know they're going to get some minutes each game. It
that's
does
right.
fluctuate depending on what they're doing. I mean, you can see here, Dick obviously he only got 12 minutes. He wasn't hitting anything um, from 3-point range or other. But yeah, Jameson Battle all of a sudden is perfect from the floor here. So I want to see more battle. And then we get him into this game where we lost 138 to 117. Pardon me, against the Wizards. Sorry, I should say the Wiz. I'm sort of dissing them a little bit by
That's
calling
all
them
right.
the Wiz.
We know what you're chatting about.
Yeah. I hate Washington. Oh my God. Anyway, I hate Brooklyn. Like it pains me extra to lose to these loser teams. Uh,
Yeah.
it's just embarrassing. We should be like
It
stomping
is
them.
embarrassing, and we should be cashing in on those mediocre teams. Yes, we should. We should. We should.
Yeah, that was one of the core strengths of the pre and leading up to the championship Raptors is, the NBA would always be shocked that we're winning like 58, 61 games, whatever. But it was because we stomped on the lesser than 500 teams. We
That's correct.
we stomped on them.
We
And
stomped on them. We
that
made them
gave us
know
that,
that hey, you're cat food for us. It's true.
yeah. And then that gave us a better position for the playoffs. Pardon me. Sorry, I'm having a throat problem here. But yeah, so this game, Brandon Ingram actually better. At least he was 50% from the floor,
Yeah.
brutal from 3-point range, 1 of 7. Mamukelashvili, solid. Scotty Barnes takes a dip here, 6 of 14 and 0 of 2 from three. Manuel quickly also not the best overall. He had a great third quarter where we kind of came back a little bit and made it a bit of a game, and he was 4 of 4. Um, and then Ochai, decent from the floor, not great, but 0 of 3 from three.
Mhm.
And then you get down here to the inconsistency. Jameson Battle, 0 of 3. No,
Oh,
nothing from
yep.
3-point range. Mogbo doesn't even get a shot the whole game. I
The
don't
whole
really
game. Wow.
understand Mogbo's role. I'm not sure they do either, but let's give him the benefit. Maybe he's more defensive oriented. Sure. I mean, Garrett Temple got into the garbage minutes of this game. Let's just skip past him. But AJ Lawson, even they brought him into some regulation time. It wasn't
Mhm.
just garbage time. And I'm like, why isn't he shooting? He had a hot hand 2 games
Yeah,
ago when or like the last game that he was in for any reasonable amount of time. He actually helped us catch up. This game, he was passing immediately. He's getting the ball from Shed and he's passing it right back to Shed. I'm going, AJ, throw it up, shoot. Like, we need you to get some buckets. So then
yeah,
he was yanked quickly. And then, sorry, I'll shut up in 2 seconds here. But yeah, Jamal Shed, 2 of 8, 2 of 7 from three. Not great. Jacoby Walter actually was half decent, thank goodness. And then you got Grady Dick again, 2 of 6, 0 of 1, 0 for 1 from 3 point range. So, like, these are the guys that I worry the most and feel are the winning or losing factor in the Raptor games, even though we do need our starters to step it up and be more consistent.
that is correct. And like I said, back to it, man, when you live by the jump shot, these last couple of games, these guys are jumping up. When we start off with our fresh legs, we're good for the first half. When you're going into the second half and you're playing and it's the game's a little tight and you're supposed to finish harder and your legs are now been going for 35 minutes, you're a little more tired. You got to get that inside easy bucket. And another thing with our Raptors, what I talk about all the time, we need to look for that extra one more pass. Sometimes we like to play this one-on-one ball. Our BI guy, he usually takes advantage of that, but sometimes that little extra pass will save them that energy just for going down the stretch.
Interesting. All right. Well, and also I wanted to ask you, like, from a coaching, we've already talked on this channel. You've coached AJ, you've coached some of these other players that are actually in the NBA. How do you fix something like this? Like, I hear about this 90 of 100 3-point drill that some people do where you can't leave the gym until you've hit 90 of 100 shots. And as soon as you get to 10 misses, or maybe it's 11 misses, then you're starting over again.
You're starting over again.
Like, is
Oh
that what
yeah.
it is? Is it shooting? Is it mental? Is it like, do they need a psychiatrist in here or some kind of mental therapy coach, or do they just need repetition and to get in the gym and like, or do they need to get yelled at so that they get their heads straight? I don't know. What, from a coaching perspective, what do you think would be the best way to turn around a problem like this?
A problem like this usually stems on you got to look at the season that we're into. Christmas just passed. These guys have gone home to see family, so they're in the mix. I'll give them that. Sometimes they're not all fully focused at this present time. You know what I mean? And I got to bring it back up again. And us being down a man who goes in on a regular. Okay, RJ is our horse that gets the job done for us. And so when the defense could collapse and we have that little extra 1 second when they want to shoot that ball. You know what I mean? We were missing that right now. You know what I mean? We're getting contested shots, and these guys, yes, you might hit it in one, two, 3 games, but like I said, going down the stretch, when you're getting more tired, when you're playing more, and you can see it in the stats, just with even Bi, right? His last couple of games, he's what do we say? 3 for 10, where before he was at least giving us at least 50% in shots. The guy's tired. If you're tired and your legs ain't underneath you, a jump shot is not the best thing. We need to actually pass that ball a little bit more and get that little open pass. And once again, once we use up the clock a little bit more, either we're going to get the foul, the easy bucket driving to it, or the collapse defense, like I said, where we can have that more open three where it will be more consistent. And once you get more confident in the shot, because confidence is another big thing. Once you're confident in the shot, you could close your eyes and hit that shot. If you're frustrated doing I missed two and then you miss two more, you're like, what's going on? And then it's that kind of stuff, just like bad energy, it trickles down. So if a guy sees you off, a guy's like, let me go, he goes out and then misses two, then it's like, what's going on right now? Is it there some omen on the team? No, it's not an omen. It's just that guys just got to collectively tune in, lock in, get job done.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, I think that they're professional. The other teams are beating us around Christmas, so I'm not letting them off the hook on that one. But I will agree that that RJ. So you're thinking that it's more of a game to game situational thing. Like, I have noticed, yes,
Yes.
defenses are not respecting Battle and Dick and sorry, Jacoby Walter as much, even Shed a little bit. So they're not spacing the floor enough because they're kind of cheating. The defenders are cheating on them, and so maybe until they're hitting a couple, but you're thinking that because RJ's not out there, that that's sort of right from the beginning of the game, not spacing the floor enough or not getting shots to fall, and then having the players sort of see that, and then it feeds off of them as the game
That's
goes
right.
on. Like,
That's right. You got it. You got it as the game goes on. And like I said, with defenses, they're playing them more straight up. You know what I mean? Because they're not having that little second where a guy will be like, you know what, here's RJ. I'm going to play more inside because he might drive. Where if RJ kicks, those guys have that little half a second. Sometimes that fraction of a second, you guys don't understand, makes a whole of a difference when you're a shooter. You know what I mean? Instead of having a guy right in your hand. Vice versa, our Raptors have been giving up a lot of 3 points where I'm doing why are these guys playing pretty boy and won't put their hand up in front of a guy? That I don't know sometimes. Like we could play very good defense when we want to, but sometimes I think we want to play pretty boy and not and that and hey, yes, a guy might hit a shutout on you when you stretch all the way out, but hey, if you continuously stretch, defense is what wins championships. So once everybody's on a collective aboard, and gets in tune, because we can't have 3 out of 5 doing it. You need 5 out of 5 doing it. And if that 5 comes off or 2 comes off, the 2 that comes in, they got to be right in tune.
So do you think that's a coaching thing, or is that just a players need to get on board, or
That's a players need to get on board. They know the assignment, so the players need to get on board. You could see when, like I said, when it's a marquee team, you could see that our Raptors play at a higher, more level, or more higher caliber, right? And then when we play a not so good team, we sort of play down to that level. Where we be like, for example, what we're just talking about, we believe they should have beat the Nets. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. They had no reason losing that game, but they just got outworked. You know what I mean? Where that shouldn't happen.
no? It shouldn't happen. It's very it's frustrating as a fan because anyway, I don't know. Yeah, you watch the games. I mean, when I feel like I care more about the game than the players on the floor, that's not a good thing.
Yeah,
And defensively, like you're saying, even yeah, rebounding was brutal. We should have even looked. Maybe we'll talk more about rebounding next time because I did notice some of our rebounding was horrible. Like they're giving the guys 4, 5
that's
attempts
correct.
at
That's
a
right.
shot. Like I'm telling my wife as she's sitting there watching with me as I'm yelling at the screen. I'm going, if you give me 5 chances, I'm gonna hit one of them for Christ's sake. Like
That's
get
right.
the rebound off these
Get,
guys when they
get
miss.
the
Like
rebounds.
holy
You
moly.
got it. The second chance rebounds very crucial, man. Once you control the board, you almost control that game because you're giving your team now that much more opportunity. You know what I mean? So and then all of a sudden it becomes 2 for 1. So we're up by 2. Then all of a sudden, if it happens 2, 3 times, you're doing oh my goodness, why are they up by 12? It can happen just like that. And you know, basketball's all about the runs.
Yeah, well, yes, and the 3 point area is crazy. Yes, you can look up and be like, you blink and go, wait, what? 2 turnovers and a couple missed shots, and suddenly we're down 15 to 18. It's like, oh my gosh. I mean, the nice thing is that if you can get hot, sometimes you can get some stops and come back from that kind of a deficit too. But yeah, you can easily fall behind, and that's another problem I think the Raptors have is that we tend to fall behind early in these games, and then I'm sure it's mentally draining to always have to be pushing to catch up, and then because even they will catch up, and then suddenly the other team punches them in the throat. So
And then you got it. Then another team that level of resistance. Then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? They got to break through that barrier instead of being like you said, one leg up. You know what I mean? Where hey, let's make them catch up, and then if they catch up, then we you know what I mean, put the foot on their neck and close it out. But yes, like I said, everybody's got to be in tune. The Raptors, and I mean from coaching, everybody's got to do their role, and it comes easy. All of a sudden, it's like magic overnight.
okay, good. Well, let's hope we can get some momentum here. This week we are, even today we're playing an interesting one. I don't think we've played Golden State all year. Um, and so it looks like we are, oh, we're at home. Oh,
We're
actually,
at home. Oh yeah, we
I
got them
should
at
have
home.
called my cousin. I got a cousin that works for Golden State. What the heck? I should have tried to hook up some tickets. Um, just kidding, partially, of course, but it would have been good to go support. I should have even looked at the schedule and gone with my son to this one. Um, So yeah, Golden State today. RJ might be back. We were looking earlier. It looks like they said that he potentially could play. So that we'll see if your theory is correct in this one. I don't know what Jakob Poeltl's status is because I do like to have all of them, all five of our main starters uh, in the game to really give us a true test on how well we're going to do. But so, what do you think? Oh, sorry. Then quickly, we on Monday we've got Orlando, so we're in a back-to-back situation against Orlando. Not the best scenario. Oh my gosh! Then we got Denver coming to town, and then we're playing Atlanta. So let's do a little prediction on what do you think we do this week in these four games.
I I think we're gonna split. I think we could do 2-2. I think we could do 2-2, man. They're coming off of a tough leg. Although RJ should be playing, I think it's going to be limited minutes just because it's his first games coming back.
Right?
You know what I mean? So I don't think we're going to have him fully there. But once again, we've been on a little losing streak, so I think we're going to break one of those games there for sure. I hope we don't go 1-3, but we should take at least two of those games. I think Atlanta should be, and I think we actually play Atlanta back to back. So
We do play Atlanta back to back, but the one we're back again here Sunday before the second Atlanta game, so that's why
okay.
I didn't reference that one. That one's on Monday.
That
But
one's on Monday. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, we play them Saturday and then Monday, and it's weird because they're both in Toronto. I don't know. I actually sometimes don't know why the NBA doesn't do that a little more because I would think the flights cost more than the hotel. So why wouldn't they stick around and do like a baseball series almost where you play the same team two, three times in a row?
In
Could
a row.
build up some rivalries maybe with some of the teams. But wow, yeah, thanks. I mean, Golden State. I don't know what to say there. It seems like for them, if Steph Curry goes off, they're winning, and if Steph Curry does not have a good game, they're not winning. Jimmy Butler hasn't turned into MVP Jimmy yet. He usually does that a few weeks from now, sort of mid January into March, and then steps it up even more as you get closer to the playoffs. So we could possibly steal one against Golden State. Orlando scares me. They're pretty decent. I'm actually surprised they're as low as they are in the standings. I thought they would be higher uh,
Nope.
because Caro just, I hate Jalen Suggs because he's such a little baby and kind of happy that the Raptors picked Scotty Barnes instead of him in the draft. But he's been sort of talked some smack since he didn't go number 4 in that draft, like was
The draft,
predicted.
that's correct.
So
Yeah.
I got a little chip on my
But the
shoulder
boy
about him.
could play. The boy could play. And that Orlando team, they're young, and I think are they ahead of us in the standings? They're
They
they're
just
they're doing pretty decent.
They just passed us, so yeah, I thought that they would be better than they have been, but yeah, they just leapfrogged both us and Philadelphia, and then somehow even we got ahead of Philadelphia, which is good because I think are better than them, but I still think the Cavs possibly could creep up and pass us there. So yeah, anyway, oh, yeah, oh my God, I think we could go 1-3. Um, I'm hoping not. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that we can be 500 this week.
This week.
Uh,
Yeah.
I think Atlanta, we've got their number for some reason. I don't know what
That's right. Yeah,
the
that's right.
weird
You got it.
matchup thing that goes on there that we seem to pummel them. But yeah, Denver Nuggets. I mean, oh my gosh, if Jokic, like, what did he have? 54, 15, and 12 or some
Or
ridiculous
something.
amount.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
playing at a high caliber.
Oh
Yep.
my God, the guy's a
And
fab.
Jamal Murray, he turned it up too last month in November. He's been playing some decent ball. So Denver's not one to wreck with right now. They're looking good in the East. They're big, tall, and they're playing some ball right now.
Yeah, no, well, and all these Canadians, they like either Canadians or ex-Raptors. They all like try extra hard against us. I don't know. They love the city so much that they get angry that the Raptors are going to beat them. Um, so they seem to really step it up, and especially scorned players that have like the Norman Powells of the world, or
That's
uh,
right.
even Boucher against Boston the other day came into the game and was hitting some shots against us. So, all right. Wow. You're saying 2-2. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for 2-2. Last week, I got thinking excited and tried to go 3-0, and they punched me and embarrassed me with 1-3, or 1-2. So, yeah, I'm hoping we don't go 1-3 like you, but 2-2. Let's say that. All right. Anyway, so thank you guys. That's it for this week, I think, unless there's something else you wanted to throw in here. But all right, let's.
Well, nothing other than what we always end off leaving as people. Thank you for the
Oh,
subscriptions, but we
yes.
want more comments. Give us some a little more advice. And definitely, we love the comments. You guys are actually interacting with us. Keep it going.
Yeah, we only had a couple though. Actually, next time we'll pull up the comments and reply to you guys because we do appreciate it. Yeah, subscribers went crazy this week. Our last video, I got thousands of views, which is phenomenal, and our subscribers like quadrupled, but the comments aren't there. So please like, subscribe, share it with a friend, and even if you don't think we're doing something right, tell us how we can improve. Tell us where we should, do a better job, and we will listen because we're here to try and entertain you guys, give you a little bit of education, and just even as fans, follow the Raptors with the, Raptor Nation. So, all right, thank you, Head Swag. See you next week, and go Raptors. They're going to be on in 4 or 5 hours from now is tip off. So hopefully we can.
Let's go, Raptors.
Yes.
Let's go.
I that's Steph Curry punk. I like when we beat up on him. So anyway,
I like when we beat upon him too, but because he's got a girl that is from Markham, I'm not sorry, because he's got a wife which is from Markham, I leave him alone sometimes.
that's hilarious. Okay, cool. Well, let's see what happens, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.